Stream is up. Productive day today. Gonna get some stuff done. Climb the Hearthstone ladder. Learn the skills to succeed at tournament play. Potentially. Or just dick around and lose a lot. You never know with Hearthstone.
Malfurion versus Thrall!
I'll leave the kitty alone.
Hammer. I must protect the
Lay
wild.
down. They're a bit too slow against Shaman. Well, if we assume it's mid-range, maybe get away with it, but without Innervator Wild Growth, I don't like it. Same thing. So it might be a justifiable keep. It does seem a bit too slow though. Like, we want a proactive start, right? So Swipe, not the most proactive card. Arcane Giant, obviously too slow. You want that later on during the game. And then Moonfire, just not enough value, not proactive enough, too reactive. So I'm going to pitch back the Swipe. What's up, guys? How's it going? Want your help with something else? Streaming at the moment. Put shit. I'm gonna hold this coin, and the reason I'm gonna do that is because turn 2 I want a Wild Growth, and then turn 3 I want to coin Nourish for Crystals into Wrath. I like Nourishing for Crystals, but I got an As a Drake in hand. It feels real good. Hey guys, how's it going? This is Show It Goes. Lord Conrad the Great. Okay. So let me see. I think I have. I have the link for the WSG deck. I played in WSG. Zlay and Frozen qualified out of my bracket. I got taken out by Dude. Alright, he'll just send him to me anyway. Yeah. We could probably turn our Mana Crystal advantage here into a tempo advantage later on. I think we have enough time. Getting Nourish out as early as possible allows you to do that, right? The earlier you get Nourish out, let's say you get it out turn 3, like we did, that means turn 4 you're gonna have 2 extra crystals, turn 5 you're gonna have 2 extra crystals, turn 6 you're gonna have 2 extra crystals, turn 7 you're gonna have 2 extra crystals, and turn 8 you're gonna have 2 extra crystals. So you count that up at the end of the day. If that number is greater than 5, potentially turns out into a mana advantage for you. Whereas if you do it on like turn 6, for example, you get less crystals out of the deal because you have less turns where you had accelerated mana compared to your opponent. But I think we used it in an appropriate spot.
What to
Is there any reason to Drake Roots? I kind of like going for the Emperor Thorstein discount. We get the Drake down to 4. We could potentially Ezra Drake Swipe Roots Moonfire next turn. Like, opens up some crazy combo possibilities with spell power. And it's not like we're dying. We have a bunch of time. We'll react to these Feral Spirits and figure something out. Did Dude's lineup counter mine? Yeah, Dude's lineup countered mine. Like, for example, he had Control Warrior with Alex Straza, Nizoth, Elise, and like Gorehowl, and my Control Warrior just had Yogg and Sylvanas. And he had like obviously Sylvanas and Karen because it was Nizoth Warrior. But somehow I was able to sneak my Warrior out. I think I was supposed to lose my Warrior 100% against his Warrior. And then he had Nizoth Hunter, which like 85% of the time beats Warrior, and kind of just pinned my Warrior out of the lineup, and I was kind of screwed there.
I wonder.
Yeah, alright. We most likely want to use this Feral Rage for heal. He's Doomhammering us in the face. So So if I heal with Feral Rage, the cost of this goes down to 5, and then if I Innervate, the cost of this goes down to 4, and then if I Moonfire, the cost of this goes down to 3, and that's how much mana I have left, so I'm going to do all of that. Now we just pick up.
For no one.
I got 8 in the field, killed all of his board except for Totem, healed up 22. Feeling good, man. Did I see Zalay take down that tourney yesterday? Yeah, I was watching the tournament, I was in the chat. Seems pretty good for him. Very questionable rogue play by Zalay, but other decks seem fine. You know, you get really great aggro shaman play. But he said he wasn't very comfortable with rogue, so when he was asking me what decks to bring, I said rogue, but you probably want to practice it first. Well, I think we want to play every card again. 12, 17. Is there a way we set up lethal? Well, if we set an 8 to the face, 9, 10, 11, 13. Yeah, we just need to send. If we send 8 to the face, we're not quite setting up lethal. We're. 21.
Behold the rage.
On the following turn, so we need to send more than 8 to the face. So I think as long as we send the Emperor to the face and the 8, we should be fine. So, unlike to just do this, kill off that bad boy. Make the hero power. Yeah, lethal setup. It's not a really strong lethal setup because, you know, just removing the 5 here, you'll have to go down to 7, 15, 16. So he needs to remove 2 minions. Strong enough, I'd say.
I wonder.
Let's try for a Shaman deck and Onog, maybe hate Shaman less. A double, Primal. Well, it looks like, while maintaining board control the entire game and maximizing my life total, we randomly died. $20 burst. Turn 7, deal 20. Wow. Incredible. Yeah, that's that is one of the things wrong with Hearthstone right now. I don't know how many times people had to tell Blizzard, you know, Doomhammer causes silly situations in Standard. When there's less taunts, you know, if we add Rocklight or that, it's a lot of really random burst damage that's impossible to play around. And then Blizzard looked at all the pros that they flew out to California to ask them what would happen when Standard hit, and they all just nodded and said, yeah, that sounds like it could be a problem, and then ignored everything we said. I don't know, I think almost every single pro put Doomhammer in their top 3 cards of cards that probably should change when Standard hits. Maybe we can keep Thanos Wrath. Kills a Totem Golem. Gets some work done, it's kind of cute. Moonfire I think is too low value to keep alongside of it. What's up, Dwayne? How's it going, dude? Pirate Priest was the best deck to level up with. I don't think I'm tilted enough for Pirate Priest yet, but we're getting there. We are definitely getting to the point where Pirate Priest could be a real thing that we play. Alright. Do we want to coin Wrath? I think I go Wrath into coin Mire Keeper. We can take 2. It's not a big deal.
Charge roll!
There's two of them now. It would be pretty greedy just to wild growth, right? He plays Feral Spirits and extremely sad. I don't want to cycle it at some point though. Like we could ramp all the mana, ignore the board, and we'll just die to Doomhammer if we do that. I think we need to be as defensive as possible right now.
Did you bring some fish?
Tusker is better for us than the alternative, especially when it low rolls like that. You know, high roll Tusker on an empty board, we would just lose. Since we do have mana acceleration in the form of wild growth that we haven't used, we could potentially go for a 2/2, but I don't really like the 2/2 just because the Tunnel Trog is going to get buffed by some random overload, trade for free into the 2/2, and then it doesn't accomplish anything. So I think our best bet is just making that trade happen with the 3/3 and not having to worry about the 2/2, you know, doing anything. What about some social talk time? I don't know. Whenever I get social with Twitch chat and just sit around and talk, I always end up accidentally saying something I'm not supposed to say, and you know, because everything that you say in the internet gets interpreted the wrong way just to create drama. So I don't like social eating or social downtime. I like just playing the game and trying to analyze the clusterfuck that is Hearthstone.
For vengeance.
I'm not really a social streamer or an entertainment streamer. I'm more of a try-hard, get-focused streamer. Put it on the line, win tournament streamer, you know? I don't know what I'm talking about. So turn 5, unoverloaded, takes a weak play, seeming like he intentionally wants to be unoverloaded on this turn. Green man seems to want to equip Doomhammer. I want to make it as awkward as possible for him to equip Doomhammer. So I just want to play this Vandal out here. If he plays this Doomhammer, he maybe has to take some damage and clear some things. I was one that hooked up with the 6 Stone Tusk prediction percentages, the 3.21 percenters. Sick, dude.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
That's an abusive surgeon. That's fine. Sure. It's good for our mulch. I like the way that this worked out for us. Dude, we could just play Emperor to contest, force him to either Lava Burst or trade. Yeah, maybe get a bigger swing turn off the back of this. We could discount Yogg, that's not too bad. We could wild growth up to 9 and then Yogg. It's that 2-turn Yogg setup for lethal. How to change Doomhammer? I mean, do we need Doomhammer? Okay, let's see. We could play a giant this turn, but I'd rather just mulch this guy, I think. And honestly, I'm gonna play Thalanos Moonfire, start discounting my giant and buffing up my Yogg. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, that's not Ran in his deck. He got that from the mulch. So, yeah, let's see if we win the game, guys. Win the game. I'm even going to squeeze in the hero power, really charge it up, get involved with it.
For the wild.
It's dead, hopefully, right? Yeah, that is dead.
For the wild.
Let's summon some things. Yogg, please. Draw cards, make things.
For the wild.
Underwhelming Yogg.
Job done.
Never high roll the Yogg. Usually you at least play a secret or at least draw some cards when you board clear, but not today. Batstone or Riot. Batstone's probably coming back in December. So a little ways away before the Batstone train. Just organizing sponsors and trying to get it all set up so it's ready to go. I want players to be able to make money off of it. I don't want them to have to, you know, participate as a favor still. Well, we have won the board, but it's probably too slow. I think we lose. We're just gonna get Doomhammered out or whatever over the next few turns, unless we can get lucky here. And that is not luck.
The light protects.
I tell you what, well, ladies and gentlemen, it is quite the opposite.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
Hey, we did win the board though. It's 12, 13. What other spell? I have another Drake. We could beat Feral Spirits if we hold on to the swipe. So, if we send 9 to the face right now, 10 to the face doesn't really actually accomplish anything. So I think I'd much rather prefer just taking this Drake, getting in the hero power, holding on to the swipe. I like getting the hero power in to help us survive against what? There's nothing it helps us survive against. Maybe it's better to play Gadgets and Auctioneer. Kind of a misplay there, I think. I'm supposed to play Gadgets and Auctioneer, but it's okay, we're dead anyway. When your opponents, when you mulch, they get Jeweled Scarab, and then that gives your opponent an extra lava burst, so they're able to burn you out without any board control. 2 games in a row, fun and interactive. Was able to win them on board and still just completely lose based on just my opponent drawing 30 damage worth of face cards. Yeah, I mean, the developers were really in the zone when they decided to give Shaman more burn.
Malfurion versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
I must protect the wild.
Okay. Against Mage, with Wild Growth, Nourish isn't even terrible. If you have high quality cards, you could keep something like this and then go for crystals and then try and win that way. But a lot of times Temple Mage is more of a value oriented game plan, so I'm not too big of a fan of it. Like, you want to be sticking minions to the board and drawing off Nourish, and the game goes really long a lot of the time. So I'm more just looking for the 4-drop. I don't like Living Roots on 1 against Mage, just because they have so many ping effects. Their hero power, Arcane
Hello.
Missiles, Arcane Explosion, what have you, Flame Wanker. So a lot of the times you want to be saving it, snipe off at 3-2, to get some work done. Mirror Image turn 1, so, you know, some sort of really aggressive start. I'm gonna just innovate this after This usually signals he wants to play like a 3-2 or something behind this and protect it from what have you. So I want to try and stop that if I can. Pressure in the board. Maybe it just means he's freeze mage as well. There's a lot of forms of mage that run Accolade of Pain, so I'm not sure if it's freeze mage yet, but I think it's reasonable to assume it could be, so I'm just going to mulch this right now, clean that guy up. But in the event that it's not freeze mage, I'm still going to hold on to this living roots just so I have some counterplay to things. The mulch here denies him a card draw, so it's very likely he gets a shitty mirror minion. If it's freeze or tempo mage, we're in a good spot. We have full board control, and we're at 30 health. It's like tempo mage with Accolade of Pain. That's fine. Denying card draw isn't the most crucial thing against tempo mage, but it is still fairly good. As Drake charge up these roots, we could get in there. We're gonna be able to draw for 3 with this too. It's gonna be sick. So yeah. 3, 4, 5, and we're at 4 cards with 1 on board, so it's 5 cards to 5 cards. There's a Murloc in his deck. Maybe some sort of Reno Mage, something like that. Okay. Reno Mage. Reno Mage. Just taking this trade, getting the full value here is the best play. We had potentially the ability, because we had a bunch of time there, to nourish for cards and, you know, Moonfire his guy, but as it stands with board control already and with a bunch of card draw in hand, the Moonfire gets more valuable the more card draw you have in hand, because the more of an ability you have to make it towards those Malagos combos for killing people. So I kind of like prioritizing holding on to it, and the Moonglade Portal just simply gets so much value that I really have to take it. This is roots number 2, so using this kind of breaks up the Malagos combo a little bit. But I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I think getting Fangel out, like, using some minion that survives through Flame Strike, so, and it allows me to go wide against Fire Lance and Portal, which is pretty good for the upcoming turns. And I do think I can afford to Wild Growth if I want, just because I have 2 Nourishes, so I have 6 card draw cards in hand. But I'm gonna be greedy and hold on to it. There's not too many things I can play for 5 mana, because we have the second, like, we could Wild Growth into 2 Nourishes and draw 6 in 1 turn, but I don't think I want to do that. Double Cold Light Oracle in the deck. This signals away from Reno Mage and more towards some sort of weird burn freeze mage. So when I find Feral Rage, I'm likely going to be going for some health with it. So Nourish here only costs 3 because we have Fangel in place. We have 6 after this. And we can cycle these Wild Growths and probably play 2 Arcane Giants this turn.
Amazing.
I want to make sure that that Mana Worm isn't hitting her face. I want him to have to win with Pure Burn. Yeah, it turns out right, and he's used the Frost Nova already, so Frost Nova Doomsayer is kind of less of a real threat. Second Frost Nova, double Doomsayer, clear my board.
Mind if I roll need?
Okay, Doomsayer is oftentimes a card they cut from these weird-ass aggro mages, so I wasn't too afraid of it. Like, it was a relevant possibility in the back of my mind, but it wasn't something I was, like, Hail Marrying to try and play around. But anyway, let's cycle towards, you know, that Feral Rage. We need to get that armor up and get outside of range of things. Aviana is probably the highest impact minion, so I think we just take that. It's close between that and War Golem, honestly. So Living Roots allows me to get 7 additional damage with Malagos, which would put my Malagos burst up to 13 right now. Or Bite gives me life gain, and when my opponent's got 3 cards, life gain seems a little bit more appealing to me. So any turn that my board is not frozen, probably just win. 4 cards remaining. And we have all of the heal we need. So I don't really want to draw anymore, so I don't want to play Thalnos. I want to squeeze in a hero power every turn, so I don't really want to feral raid. So I'm just going to hero power pass, just wait until he misses on one of the freezes. He's used 2 Frost Novas, he has 2 Blizzards left, that means 2 more turns of him freezing my board, and then he dies. So now I just play the waiting game, armor up a lot, use my removal spells on whatever little shitters he drops, and win the game.
You win this.
Yeah, he understands the position he's in as well.
Malfurion versus Rexxar.
It's bananas.
The hunt
That's
begins.
a hunter.
I must protect the wild.
How much do I want these living roots? Honestly, with this hand of Wild Kurth and Innervate, I don't think I want living roots. I think it's too low quality of a card. We gotta look for some sort of Azure Drake or something that's a bit more mana intensive. Any of the 4 drops would be good. Well, Obita Wakanobi, 23.
The light
The
protects me.
the reasoning and the argument there for hero powering over the using the Feral Rage with the Fangel on board is the fact that I don't care about the 4 damage. Like, if you look at the damage on the board, if the board ever gets unfrozen, he dies. So regardless of the 4 damage or not, he will die if he doesn't freeze the board. So that means that 4 damage is just like 4 overkill at the end of the day, because I'm not killing him if the board is frozen, right? If the board's frozen, I don't hit him for 30. If the board is frozen, or if the board's not frozen, I hit him for 30. If the board's frozen, I don't hit him for 30. Therefore, I'm only hitting him for 4, plus the swipe remaining in my deck and the like Malagos Moonfire, so that's only 14. So we'd be 8 off. So the board has to be unfrozen at some point for me to win. So that 4 damage with Fandrils regardless. So if you don't hero power there, you actually just lose 1 life net in the game. At least that's my opinion on the issue. You know, you get into fringe cases if he freezes with like Cone of Cold or something weird, but these are cards that people don't play, so you don't usually set up your situation around that. Hero power pass. The power turn. Ooh, Fandrils is fun too. Yeah, I think Wild Growth's better there than Hero Power. Interesting. He had that last turn, he chose the Hero Power instead of playing the Firebat. I don't know if that's just disrespect or what's going on with that. I want to get this Fangel out there to contest. I think it's unlikely for him to be able to remove it without something like Deadly Shot. I don't care if he Deadly Shots this Fangel. And I wanted to Hero Power the guy first because I don't want it being at 4, so it dies with this trading in plus a bow. But with no beasts on board and him playing the 1-mana beast, that means it's very unlikely for him to be able to, you know, second Fiery Bat plus kill command this. So it's going to be tricky for him to kill it. He would need Direwolf Alpha plus Quick Shot, I think, is like the cleanest thing that comes to mind for me. So it's oftentimes going to stick and allow me to make things happen.
Nothing but ash.
get him to use some of that awkward hunter removal on it. Otherwise, every turn he just threatens to get blown out by choose one cards, so... I like the position we're at. He probably has to take a turn passing, just killing this and hero powering, and then hopefully we'll be able to punish that with a minion to develop. Currently we can't, but you know, maybe we could find one along the line. The golden card backs. No, I didn't get any of the special card backs. They didn't start doing that until like this year. So I even won a Gold Series event in China. I won NA versus EU and wasn't awarded it for that win. I don't know. Got on that train late as well for the gold Chinese one. I think we draw. Going for crystals is kind of tempting for the Hail Mary Yogg play, but I think it's probably better not to Hail Mary for Yogg. What sets us up in the best position to deal with high main? I think having these on the table is a little bit better. We might be mulching. Read an article today that said you hate shit. Thoughts? I mean, I think a lot of people hate something. Shit seems like a pretty good thing to hate. I don't understand.
To my side.
Huffer go face.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
Okay. Not the best. Looks like we're gonna get burned out again. Maybe we need more healing in our deck. We need more healing. Three, 4, 5. Oh man. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If we try to be greedy and develop the gadgets and auctioneer, there's a decent potential that we die to kill command quick shot. So it makes me inclined to take the bitch line of play here.
We hunger for vengeance.
I think after this game we'll incorporate more healing into our deck though, because the number one way we've been losing is just people burning us out of hand with silly face decks that just kind of don't interact with our boards. We win board, but then they just deal 30 to us from hand. Do you think if Mulch removed a minion rather than destroying it, it would see 2x attacks, or would it still be 1x due to the random downside? I think it would be a lot stronger. I would definitely consider running 2 of it in my deck, as it would allow me to deal with, you know, this situation much, much easier than I currently have for dealing with it. Sapping the random high main, man.
I got the
Okay, let's see
best
if we hit
deals
rat.
anywhere.
2 rats in the deck. Well, actually, we need to hit roots or Moonfire. So we have roots from Moonfire, so 2 out of 50. And then we can full clear the high main. I think it's better than going for like the random Yogs around here. I like that.
Time waits for no one.
We can't Yogs around next turn now that we did this, but we do get an Arcane Giant down, which is pretty big. With more healing in the hand too, we can probably stabilize. Like, Call is a big deal, but we just played a 0 mana 8/8, so maybe we're in it. When 0 mana 8/8 almost beats their card. We have the heals. Yeah, I mean, this is better for curve. 15. 15. 15. Really 13. Oh. Going for it. I think we can live. I'm fairly confident in our ability to live. We set up damage and going forward. You know, swipe just becomes lethal if he doesn't kill this 8-6. Don't double kill command quick shot me, bro. He needs double kill command quick shot. Or something ridiculous. Some 3-card combo of damages. We're dead every time here, right? Like, no question about it. He has had that card on the left for a really long time that he's mousing over. That is very likely to be kill command. The other one as well. So it's not totally unreasonable for him double kill command quick shot. I'm hoping one of those two cards is either the other high main or the other Call of the Wild or Deadly Shot maybe. Like when you're hoping your opponent has Deadly Shot while you've just played Malagus, it's kind of weird, but why is he touching him so much?
I moves quickly. I wonder.
Why did I pass Feral when I wanted more heat? Well, off the Raven Idol, I passed up taking Feral Rage because I was able to take Innervate and develop an 8-8 and draw a card, which seemed a little better than healing. 8-8 ended up healing for 8 and removing cards from his hand because he killed it, because it was pressuring him enough. Alright, let's stem the bleeding here.
For Blackwood,
Beautiful.
you are finished.
We just wait until we hit swipe, and then when we hit swipe, we win. So we'll just keep clearing to the maximum. We're just gonna sink 7 damage into that fiery bat. Maintain life total win gain. Malagos OP. 9 cards remaining. We have a swipe in there and a nourish in there. And a Raven Idol.
Well fought.
Okay, he doesn't want to find out. Nice. There we go, stabilize. Yeah, we'll run a double Feral Rage for now and see where it goes. There's not too many decks that Mulch is super good against. You're gonna want Mulch against like other Druids and Rogues, but Druid hasn't been a popular matchup for us as of lately.
Malfurion versus Valera.
Watch your back.
I must protect the wild.
Alright, see if we can get stuff to do. Not a bad hand, not a great hand though. Oh. I guess I can afford to take a spell here. If I didn't have Drake, I think I might just like pass and wait to gather more information. Maybe that's useful. I heard outlasting rogues damage is a good game plan, so that's what the game plan will take. Double Feral Rage, Healing Touch, and Moonglade Portal in the deck. We have a lot of healing now. Maybe we can just literally fatigue the rogue out, potentially. Could be funny. Go Fatigue Druid, man. It's basically the game plan we're going for. I think I would rather just Mire Keepers. Since we're on the game plan of just controlling the board, I like just ramping up, having more mana to work with the spell power to be able to accomplish things later on. So now I have like Azure Drake plus Living Roots to kill a 3/3, for example. So I put out a weaker minion, but plays into potentially deadly poison, but at the same time, put myself in a better spot for being able to clear his minions. I don't think I need to swipe here. Probably just play the Ezra Drake and Hero Power. Kind of safe for that Ezra Drake swipe combo potentially a little bit later down the line. Gives him a decent trade, but I'm okay with him trading, right? Like, if I'm going for the long game plan, then I want my minions to trade with his minions, and then him run out of stuff at the end of the day is the real major goal with it. Conceal here. Coin Shiv Conceal or something.
Ha, this guy's toast.
More damage this turn this way, but too many. Checks out in my book.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Ads to play when I first enter your stream support you, Firebat? Yeah, they do. I turned off all of the ads that I could turn off. So those are the only ads you should be getting. And there's no way for me to stop those ones, I don't know. Twitch won't let me turn them off, man. So I apologize for that. Leave barking ads.
I'll take some.
I like this play, setting up to build the gadgets in next turn with Wild Growth. Hey. Ava. Ava. She's very upset about something happening in the yard. Kind of like half barking at it. Just like, still can't kill that. He's got double conceal, we just lose. Yeah, conceal's a fun card. Yogg. Yogg. No Yogg. There's no point really playing anything for him to interact with, so it's maybe just better to go for maximum heal. Need to kill this next turn, so cycling for an answer is also good, but at the same time, we may just die. He should be able to hit us for 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 24. So if we heal for 8, that puts us up to... not enough, so we do need a double heal.
Time waits for no one. For the wild.
I think I'll play this so I don't have to commit 2 mana to it next turn with Gadgets in, and then hold on to the excess
Time
mana.
waits for no one.
So I try to find, you know, swipe or whatever after Gadgets in. So we need to hit Raven Idol into Mulch, and we also need to hit Innervate Swipe, because he's going to make a gigantic board, hit us in the face for a cold-blooded double minion, and then play an Edwin Van Cleef most of the time. So it's going to be very difficult for us to win the game from this position. That double can seal life, though. No Edwin coming down, so that makes it significantly easier for us to clear. He doesn't hit the preps, which is fortunate for us. If he hits preps there, he gets the big Edwin like every time. Remaining burn in his deck is only second at this rate, so we could potentially stabilize. On the table. We do have the ability to Ezra Drake Living Roots that if we hit exactly swipe, you know, we're good. We could hit swipe and wrath, so double wrath, swipe. So that's 3 cards that we could hit out of 17. We get 2 cycles for it. Oh man.
What to do?
It's like 30. 30% to stabilize with Ezra Drake. We go Gadgets and Auctioneer, we get 1, 2. We need exactly swipe, but we get 1, 2, 3 draws for swipe, and we could also hit chains of spells to make things happen, but we have less mana to work with and everything. So I think it's better actually to go with the Ezra Drake than it is to go with the Gadgets and Auctioneer.
Time waits for no one.
Moonfire is not good for us. Okay, we can cycle this for 2. That was the highest like percentage play there. Gadget's and Auctioneer was a little bit lower in the percentages. And his remaining burn is just an Eviscerate. No Conceals to hide minions. And he's got maybe an SI7 remaining. And he still has like 2 Tomb Pillagers and just like a lot of minions left in his deck. But as far as spells go, you know, it's just going to be that Eviscerate that we have to look out for.
So many options.
Another Pharaoh Rage in the deck. Thank you. Okay. Sap is the biggest problem card for us for sure. If he runs Leroy, he potentially has 10, 11 burst. So that gets scary. You gotta hit Swipe and Wrath, right? Try and stabilize, but I think we should take the defensive route here. Make Gadget Auctioneer do a lot more tempting so that we can Yogg it. Our play is pretty much committed to being Yogg next turn anyway. He's got 7 cards, we have 10 cards. So we're still winning in fatigue. And either way, we should win in fatigue because we'll be the last ones left with a minion a lot of times. It's the second gadget, so that's really good. He doesn't have any conceals or cold bloods, so shouldn't be able to push additional damage. He's mainly just looking for sap, I assume. That question is, does he play Leroy? Like, no one has been playing Leroy lately, so I don't think I can afford to play around it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 swipe, so 11. 1 nourish, 12. And then the Moonglade portal, so 13 spells on the Yogg. 13 spells gives us a very good odds of this being a board clear for us. Other than that, we have no chance in hell. So this does seem to be the better way to go about board clearing. That's unlucky. Slightly fortunate. There we go. That's what we needed. That's my boy. Uh-oh. Ooh-hoo-hoo. Alright, stop drawing. We're trying to win in fatigue. Alright, double Arcane Giant's dirty. Not my face. Good, 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 good. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted to happen, right? We want to save this for Fangel. We don't want it for Gadgets. No, having it for Fangel seems nice. Outlasting the damaging rogue, man. He had the nuts too. He was able to hit us for. He double dipped on all of his cold bloods, right? He went Gadgets in, conceal, cold blood hit us, and then concealed it again, and then got hit again. So 24 damage from Gadgets, and it's just really just the out heal of the limited rogue damage that allowed us to win. Another rogue. We could try and deploy the same strategy of going for fatigue. Trying to outlast him. We do win inevitably. If we have Yogg for their big all-in plays, we will win at the end of the day. Yeah. You had the nuts with Gadgets and Conceal though. Gadgets and Conceal's real good, but no preps to make Edwin while Gadgets and Concealing. If you like have the preps, you most likely make Edwin when you go with the second conceal, and then I'm fucked. But you had most of the nuts. Of course, the real nuts is on the second conceal. You draw your whole deck, make a 20/20 Edwin, conceal it, and I'm dead. But one can only be so lucky. I just recently teched in the second Feral Rage that allowed me to, go for the fatigue line of play. Sometimes tech decisions work out. I really remember all the spells you play. Well, you just go down the list, right? You say how many Moonfires, how many Innervates, how many Wild Growths, and it's easier to remember that way.
The land serves me.
If you should know all 30 cards in your deck whenever you play Hearthstone, because it's your deck that you're playing, and then from there it's not so hard. Definitely want to draw. Definitely draw. Question is if I want to kill that or not. We could do something kind of funky with Gadgets and Auctioneer next turn if we wanted, but we could also kind of save it for a little bit later down the line. Committing to it, going into his turn 4, if we kill that, is likely to play Azure Drake and will not have a great way to react, so I think just using it now is fine and saving Gadgets in for a little bit later down the line. Since I have Arcane Giant, I could go for Spell, but yeah, against Rogue, I think Minion's just totally useless, right? Like, you just want to be removing their stuff with anything that you can. So this Wrath seems like a good pickup for me, just extra removal added on top of it. And now that we have the Wrath, we have Spell Power Wrath to kill that, so I can go face here if I wanted. Same time. I'm gonna just commit to playing very heavy on the removal this game, I think. Maybe too early to commit to it, but backstab, deadly poison, what have you, kind of blow me out if I don't clear it. And we have an answer to Coin Ezra Drake anyway, so
Thank you.
okay. It's gonna have a lot of coins to get. It's an auctioneer. Let's draw more cards.
We hunger for vengeance.
Job's done.
Alright, now we can start playing Arcane Giant every turn for 0 mana, you know? Yeah, continue removing minions. I think we just want to lower the cost of Arcane Giant, kill this guy, remove the roots here. Wait to play it when it doesn't have spell power on the board, so we can't get like an easy wait for gadgets and plus rock growth combo. Slow down the game, try to same thing we did last game. Slow the game down, heal a lot of life, win in the late game by having 0 mana 8/8s that our opponent can no longer
I
kill.
got the best deals anywhere.
Our odds of having Yogg is very good, so we should likely have it by 10. One Eviscerate down. All 3 coins down. Probably gonna hit the conceal. Odds are super in his favor. There you go. What better thing to do than just Emperor Pass when you know you're playing a minion that's just gonna die anyway? Hold on to Reaper. He's discounted to 0 to combo with their gadgets and just cute removal plays in the follow turn. Both swipes remaining in the deck. 1 Wrath, 1 Roots. So we have a few removal options. Only 12 cards to go. We should be able to play, you know, double Arcane Giant next turn while killing his shit. That's the dream, anyway. 1 Innervate remaining 2. So deck is quite easy to navigate at this point. Probably have to be really quick about the turn next turn though, because of all the animations and how long they take, like the Discover animation, the Wild Growth Cycle animation, then we have some choose one decisions with Wrath and what have you.
My eyes
Draw on the second Wrath. One was from Raven Idol, so this is only the first Wrath. The other one's a make-believe Wrath that was from my deck.
I got
Yeah.
the best deals anywhere.
Let's see. It's the Roots. How do I want to do this?
time waits for no one.
We could use more resources to kill it and draw more cards. Yeah, I think we want to go for the second giant, right? Oh, get it out. Yeah, that's how we do it. We had Innervate Moonfire also, so we had extra cantrips that we could almost hit the giant 100% of the time. Final cards are Innervate, Moonfire, Feral Rage. Oh, we have the Innervate, but Moonfire, Feral Rage, Wrath. And what haven't I played? Mystery card, what the fuck? Oh, second swipe, yeah. So we almost hit
Many options.
the giant there 100%. So I think it was worth going for.
Choose soon.
Sap on gadgets. I have no need to draw additional cards.
Ha, this guy's toast.
If he double saps this turn, he can
This guy's
beat me.
toast.
So we have 12 plus 16, 28 damage in hand right now. Not quite enough for lethal, but close to it. So I think what we want to be doing then is
What to do?
something 3-6. Yeah, this sets up lethal. Here,
For
kill
the
this guy.
wild.
Okay. And we'll take a little bit of a value trade for the Moonblade Portal the giant back up. Yeah, it's a weird matchup, right? Like, a lot of people say Rogue wins in the late game stages of the matchup, but as we've just demonstrated twice in a row here, Druid wins in the late game. Rogue can't, they just can't fuck with 0 mana 8/8s, you know? It's just too strong. So, if you just play the control game, remove every minion they play, just spend all of your, you know, no Malagos or TK combos out here. We're using Moonfires, we're using Living Roots, we're using Swipes, we're using Wraths, just the whole shebang just to kill the rogue minions. And then at the end of the day, that buys us enough time to draw into our late game. We get down Arcane Giants, and they're like, well, shit, what the hell do I do? And then you win, because they're 0 mana 8/8s, and those are good. So I think that's the correct way to play the matchup, rather than the way that a lot of people say is you're supposed to take the board and be aggressive with the board and kill them because they win in the late game. I think that's just incorrect. They don't win in the late game.
Malfurion versus Morgul.
I must protect the wild.
Keeping Mire Keeper may be a bit greedy, but
Charge rule! What to do?
all right. My good friend at the tunnel trunk. We pass. Feral Rage the totem gold. Yeah, we could could save the coin, be a little greedy, take some more damage. He's overloaded. Can't play the taunt wolf. Maybe we could just smack this guy away. Hold on, we got Feral Rage or coin swipe to be able to deal with the totem golem. Taking some abuse. But at the end of the day, we get a coin. Okay. Weak development turn from my opponent. Could potentially just play Emperor Thorson for the tempo swing of that. He's got 4 mana. He wants to play 4 mana 7/7, and this would interrupt that, right? And we don't have an answer to it. So that's why I really like going for Coin Innervate Emperor over the defensive Feral Rage, is just because if I'm forcing him to Hex or forcing him to Lava Burst, it fucks up his 4 mana 7/7. And we don't have any ice on 4 mana 7/7, man. That guy will kill us. So do this, and then maybe kind of make him not want to play that card. And we can maybe get away with something here.
The light protects me.
People do not like game sound today. Swoopity swoopity swoop. Simply we must. 5 mana. I'm okay with this. Doomhammer take 10. This is very realistic, so trading into the totem, we could potentially gain value that way. Doomhammer go face, we probably win the game. Totem pass. It's very good for us. What is going on? Did I win the rogue? Yeah, Grandmaster Joe, we won the rogue. Outlast, then drop 2 Arcane Giants for 0 mana.
One day, I'll be a real knight.
People say rogue is favored against druid, and they've been bringing it in tournament meta to try and counter the druids, but I'm not sold, man. I'm not 100% convinced. There's trickery at work.
The land serves me.
Nothing to remove, no reason to heal. We can heal for free this turn if we want to, though. But having it as an option for removal and an option to cycle with Gadget's option here seems good in my book. Option for Fandral as well. That's just 1 mana, it doesn't seem that bad. What is your current rank? My current rank is like 1,122. We got here playing some meme decks. Some of my friends have been just trying to like take up streaming lately, and they don't get too many viewers, so I've been trying to help out their viewership a little bit by like sniping them with really mean, funny decks. So you can imagine when you try and snipe someone with a meme deck, a lot of times you don't hit them, or even if you do hit them, you probably lose. But it creates a fun stream experience for the people watching their streams, and I like trying to do my part to help out whenever I can. And so that's how I kind of got my rank here in the dumpster. We went from 100 to 2,000 very quickly. I still think no reason to heal. Man, the real Zalae would have mod, guys. This is clearly a fake Zalae. I don't understand. think we go minion. This initiates trade from his end, right? And it's a 5 mana card technically, and this is more like a 4, so I'll go with this guy. And we have enough life right now. We're not gonna die from any sort of weird 3-card combo, so we'll just do this. Pop off on some healing with that giant. The infinite shapeshift. That's so sick. And we have the Inspire guy. We're gonna have some sick Inspire combos. This could be dirty. Hey, my name Jesse1334. Just subscribed for 3 months in a row. Welcome back to the Batcave team thing, man. I appreciate the support. It feels good, man.
Well met.
I can't actually get 3 hero powers in with this. This was maybe not the most well thought out thing in the world.
Reporting for duty.
I should have waited a turn.
Reporting for duty.
Cool barrage rate value. Taking down the totem's probably not even in my favor, as this now allows Thunderblood Valiant to be live. But we're assuming he's aggressive shaman and doesn't run Thunderblood Valiant because of double Feral Spirits in the Tunnel Trunk. And that Doom Hammer. We're at 30 life against Aggro Shaman with a sick board, man. Playing a so skilled Druid deck? Well, Finalo, I think Druid is the highest skill cap deck in all of Hearthstone right now, as far as tier 1 decks are concerned, and tier 2. So, if you would like to win, I suggest you should also play some Druid, maybe. This is the most commonly misplayed decks in tournament play right now, is probably Yogg Druid. And it is in the most lineups, more than Shaman even. If we look at WESG, Druid was even more prevalent than Shaman, and it's the most commonly misplayed deck. So it is probably the #1 deck you're going to want to practice if you want to play Hearthstone competitively, would be some form of Yogg Druid. So if you break down the popular lists that you got going for you, you have either the Portal version, which has, you know, Gadgets and Auctioneer and Moonglade Portal, and this is the more combo-oriented version. You care less about the board, you just kind of do your own thing, play Solitaire, and beat people. It's a lot easier to play, I think. And then there's the more tempo-oriented version, where you're going to be running things like Power of the Wild, and you're not going to be running these, and you're going to be running the Violet Teacher package. And this is going to make your Warrior matchup, and a lot of your and your Shaman matchup, like Aggro Shaman and Mid-Range Shaman matchups, a little bit better. But it's going to like dramatically increase the difficulty of the deck, especially when you have to think about how you use your innervates and stuff like that, because there's no Emperor Thorsten to fall back on the crutch with the combos. So like, those are like the 2 most popular versions. They're both very difficult to play, and they have little tweaks on either side of them, and understanding how they work, it's really important for trying to win tournaments right now. I think that'd be like the #1 thing you'd want to practice if you want to win in tournament play at the moment. That's kind of why I'm playing Druid. Also, it's fun because it's a lot of decisions in the Druid. As you saw, we had like changing our game plans against Rogue to take him to fatigue and whatnot. Like, it's not as straightforward and meme-y as you'd think. For Warrior and Rogue can't connect to Druid Hunter classes? Well, this Druid deck plays out like Rogue. Kill all their minions, do some busted OP shit at the end of the game to win. It's basically like Rogue and Freeze Mage mixed together with a little bit of board control. And you have just better healing. Like, Druid has like the best removal in the game, besides maybe Warrior. So second best removal in the game, and second best healing in the game, besides maybe Paladin. And like, second best tempo in the game besides Rogue. It's like the second best at everything, and when all that just comes together, you get this beautiful just OP-ness. I said OP-ness. I was trying to make a serious statement there, and that just totally ruined my train of thought. We do get a draw card off the Drake if we go Coin Wild Growth Innervate Drake, but is Moonfire good enough? Doesn't line up. They don't run 3/2, so I don't want to keep it, I don't think. Yeah, that whole rant just derailed. Okay, coin wild growth, innovate as of Rick is the curve. We kind of kept off the mulligan, so let's hold true to that game plan and kind of make it happen. Yeah, I think I prefer getting the minion out a turn earlier than you know, not. Because we could have wild growth there, but I think it's just better. Start beating back this totem forest before it even grows. Are innervate or wild growth a problem? If so, if not, why? If so, how would you adjust them? Well, the biggest problem, I do think innervate is kind of a problem. It's just too good. But the biggest problem with Druid really stems from their ability to do everything. You know, every class has their specific thing that they're good at. You know, Paladin, for God knows why, is the best healing deck. Warrior's the best removal deck, and then so on and so forth as you go down the line. And then you just look at Druid, and they're just like, yeah, we're good at everything. We're just, you know, pretty much right up there with every other deck as far as every single application of Hearthstone in the game. And it kind of gets oppressive when it's so good at doing so many different things. Which, of course, is the nature of Druid, right? You look at Druid in Warcraft terms, and its purpose is to be versatile and good at everything. Well, if you're versatile and good at everything, then you're really busted in a card game. So the whole theme and idea behind choose one or whatever is just too strong at the end of the day. Versatility is good. In terms of removal, you thought it goes Mage Warrior? Mage removal sucks, man. I don't know what mage removal spells you're playing, but I'm playing the ones that are like Fireball, Frostbolt, you know, Flame Cannon, and Polymorph to kind of blow. Overcosted. Well, we don't have very much good follow-up to this, but he's aggro shaman, so... And Priest has the best emotes. Yeah, that's what Priest is good at. You know, it's really sad that Druid has better healing than Priest. Like, how does that happen? The one thing Priest is supposed to do. Oh shit, he's not even aggro shaman. I see Tunnel Trog and Feral Spirits. I assume aggro shaman every time. So... misread. Not much you can do with the double innervate hand, right? You kind of have to be aggressive with it. I'm gonna go for crystals here. Look to try and Yogg as soon as possible just to continue things flowing if I need to. Compare Polymorph to Execute and Shield Slam. Like, it's not even close. But it can answer Death Rattles. Yeah, the 3 Death Rattle minions people play. You know, they play Sylvanas, Karen, and Highmane. So it's like... I think it's better to kill it than it is to just gain armor and, you know, bank on Yogg killing it. Arcane Blast? I think Arcane Blast is worse than Living Roots in my opinion, but it's way more one-dimensional, but that's a debate for another day. You could probably go deep on that debate of saying what is better or not. I think Arcane Blast is also worse than Spirit Claws as far as removal too, for that matter. So I think it's one of the more overrated removal cards in the game. Get him. 7 spells. Good enough. Oh, we did it. High roll. Sometimes you just do. Can each class have a unique speciality, but all classes be still viable in competitive play? I mean, if they can balance 9 classes, God bless. Like, I think it's very reasonable that Priest is just shit.
I wonder.
Like, if you just think about how many cards have to interact with each other and how many hero powers have to interact with each other and all of this stuff, it's... At the end of the day, you look at the task of trying to balance all 9 of those things while also making cool and creative things for new players at the same time, and it's like, yeah, that's gonna be a bitch. That's hard to do. So no fault to Blizzard for not being able to figure out how to do that. Lord knows I would not be able to figure out how to balance all 9 classes. So I think it's totally fair, and I think it's fine for Priest to just be total garbage. Like, I'd prefer it if they weren't so obvious about not even trying, but it's going to be tough to balance everything. It's kind of unreasonable to expect it to be. Right into the 7/7. Wow. Oh, no.
What to do?
My opponent has 1 card. One mana off from doing what I want to do. I think because he has 1 card, makes this play stronger than it appears at first glance. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
Behold the rage of the Firelands.
We got there. Oh, yeah. All things considered, that worked out pretty well for us.
Job done.
Odds of that happening pretty low, even with our card count being so slow.
That's incredible.
I haven't been running Tracobot. We've had 1 loss today, though. How many wins have we had? I think it's like 5 or 6 in 1. Yeah, what if we just do this, right?
By the power of Ragnaros, I for the wild.
It's very likely the Emperor sticks is continual value, and then we do something ridiculous with Malagos. I own all those cards but Mally. Can I still run this deck? For sure. People play around the Mally combo anyway. You just won't beat Warrior if you don't run the Mally combo. So might I suggest running Violet Teachers if you have them and Power of the Wilds if you're cutting the Malagos. And then maybe cut the Gadgets and Auctioneer because the draw is unnecessary when you're not running an OTK combo. So I would cut like Gadgets and Auctioneer, and then obviously Mally since you don't have it. Throw in 2 Violet Teachers, and then I would cut one of the Feral Rages for a Power of the Wild, and then I would also cut... the Emperor Thorsan is a little bit unneeded when you don't run the Malagos, so I would cut the Emperor Thorsan for the second Power of the Wild, and then I would think about, you know, running in some sort of 7-drops for the late game there. You can think about Ancient of War, you can think about Tokens of the Old Gods, you know, those sort of things to fill in that curve there. But stuff like that should be able to very nicely balance out your deck. So let's draw the Malagos and set up for lethal. Fire would be the best off of the Ravenite, right? Or Roots. We'll take a Claw. Come on, Mally. We don't have to port it, we could just do this, guarantee the Mally. There's no one card that kills us.
I'm almost out of cards.
Really?
Time waits for no one.
I'm going to draw this regardless, we don't need to play any spells. Oh, we need the discount on it though, so we need to draw it, okay. I want to kill him with Malagos. I think we might have given him away to kill us though. Because we were so greedy with trying to kill him with Malagos. We need these discounts, man. I guess we could have waited and knock on the discount there. And get the discount the next turn. Yeah, we're just gonna die in fatigue trying to kill this guy with Malagos for no reason. Probably not the best line of play. It's up there though, it's probably top 5. There's only so many ways you can play the game, right? The Hex is gone. Alright, so next turn we can do some Malagos stuff. So we'll just do this. Take some fatigue damage here. Oh, dude, we high rolled the high main. That's pretty cool. Set up for exact lethal out of hand. So if our board dies, we kill him with Malagos swipe to the face, 0 power. We can't even do that because we won't have the mana. Unlucky. Okay. Wait, we don't have the Emperor anymore. What am I doing? I don't know. I'm alt tabbing a lot, trying to see if I can lose. I literally don't have the Emperor anymore. I'm sorry, Mike. If we draw 3 off of... We take 4, 5, and 6. So we take 10, 11, 12, and then... Oh, we take another one because Gadgets and we would have died. Alright, let's not play that. Can't play this. So then, if we hit the Thalnos, we can take 5 and 6, so that's 11. Right, so we could take 11 here. As long as we wrath for 4. If we wrath for 1, we'll die. Alright, no, we can't draw any more cards. Climbing out the dumpster. Dude, we're killing it. We went from rank 2k to rank 762 with only 1 loss. Druid, pretty good deck.
Malfurion versus Garrosh.
Victory or death!
I must protect the wild.
Alright. I'm gonna cook some food during the early stages of this game. I'll be right back. Not food for you. What do we got here? Oh, sick. Would you wild drift? Oftentimes you're going to hold on to Raven Idol in this matchup. You know, we want to combo with Fandral on 5 most of the time. Some of be passive with it. We just kind of wait. Yep, turn 2. We're Druid. We wild growth. Keep it simple.
Job done.
Prefer cycling this. Oftentimes the spell power is not too impactful. At this point, are we certain that it's not dragon? Usually they play something by now, like coin frothing or whatever, so I'd say we're fairly certain it's not dragon. It's most likely some sort of control. We can ramp this up here, and then we will have 7 mana for the Fandral, so we can Fandral Wrath is 3/3, draw a card, and Raven Idol. So that's why I'm going to go with the extra mana crystal here, instead of just going for that Fandral Wrath that we talked about a little bit earlier. Should work out for us. Do social eating? I guess I technically will be doing social eating once I get my food. The eating and hearthstoning. Blood to Icar tells us that it's potentially Yogg Warrior, or potentially some sort of other more aggressive warrior. I think it's greedy to continue waiting, so I kind of want to just do this. And find some cards. Judal Claw, Grave Minion. This will increase our OTK damage. Good enough to me. Can't Azurdic swipe anytime anyway. So now we're up to, with an Innervate swipe involved, we would have 42. So we can get to a decent spot to kill this guy if he isn't able to acquire too much armor. Aha! He is not Yogg Warrior, he's some sort of crazy... He is Worgen OTK. Uh-oh. We don't have any pressure on this guy. We did not read this matchup appropriately. We are not in a good spot. Uh-oh. Alright, panic, Emperor discount, go all in, try to kill him. Misread so hard. It's so hard to read, because all of them play Bloodtaker now, all of them play Warwick's Acolyte Ravaging Ghoul. He finally played a card that's not in every Yogg Warrior deck, so... Shit. It's okay. We have some big turns lined up ahead of us. Panic at the discount. It's pretty funny. Oh.
Do you like to play with fire?
Okay. Wow, Firebat. So this would make it go down to 7, and then we can play 2 spells and be able to play it for free. So we can get this Arcane Giant out this turn and cycle towards our other Arcane Giant and what have you. Or we could wait and then do them both with gadgets in next turn, or try to. I want the taunt. I want him to execute, or run out of executes. That's how I want to win this. So getting this giant down is pretty good for me. Tries to get him to get one of the executes out, and then we can get the bear out, that gets the other execute out, and then we get the giant taunted up, and then he's like, shit, I'm out of executes, and there's this big 8/8 in this got taunt. And then we win. Do I still deck doctor? Not really. Zalay deck doctors. He was in the chat a little while ago. Not sure if he's still here or not, but you know he's a doctor at work. Sort of, you know, quit the doctoring field, went more towards into research and development. You know, not really a.
By the power of Ragnaros, I have the power!
We could be dead.
Time waits for no one.
What is the 8-man? Organ charge. You can't get in like a faceless or anything.
What?
I want to kill him. I think this is right. I think if we die, we die, but if we taunt, it doesn't help us, right? We can only make one taunt, so if he has execute anyway, we're still fucked. Unless we were to trade and then play both of our taunts, then we'd lose the game anyway. So, I think this is the best line to put us in a position to actually win. There's no way Wild Pyro's for 8 here. Holy god. Can he really 8 damage, Claire? He's only got 1 Pyro. He needs to play 5 spells still. I guess 4 spells and an execute or something. No way.
I must choose.
We just need a giant to live and him not to armor. Giant to live. Live giant. 1 execute down, so double taunt can win us the game potentially. Ooh, shield block attack. Okay.
Where shall I strike?
Hopefully it doesn't run like Shield Slam or anything. Double shield block and no Shield Slam, hopefully. Shield Slam just beats my whole strategy here. Blood to Icar. He's used both slams, so he's got to be executing right. There we go. Second execute, so that means this Mark of Nature is going to be huge.
Mind if I roll need? Mind if I roll need?
Oh god. He's got minions in the field though. We need an innervate. 2 innervates. Damn. He's got a War Exchange so that he can run into it. No slams, no executes, no Icars. Hopefully no Shield Slam. If you're in Shield Slam, this whole plan just falls apart. We planned for 2 single target removals, not 3, because they're more likely. Alright. You know, if he kills the Drake, we lose. Let's see if he figures it out. Am I dead? Probably dead. It's probably got 26. 22. 26. Never lucky. You misidentified the matchup and didn't apply pressure fast enough. That's what happened in that game, so. Now we know. And now we know. That guy's Combo Warrior. He got us with the lack of knowledge, so. Maybe that deck's really good right now just because people aren't expecting it, and it has so many similar cards to Yogg Warrior that it can kind of go under the radar a little bit.
Your soul shall be mine.
I must protect the wild.
Man, J-Trek, if I was healing there, I would have died. Then I would have taken 42 damage instead of 26.
You are not the boss of me. I'll get right on you.
I think Wild Growth's better than just Moonfire Hero Power. We need to get ahead on mana, then come back on the board all at once.
Put this apple on your head.
Well, let's see if we can get something to play with Nourish next turn, maybe. I gotta kill that. Otherwise his discard cards just get too good. Takes a little bit more damage, but Juggle's probably only getting 1 or 2 extra damage, so we're not taking that much more.
Stop you!
So So if I gain mana, I go up to enough crystals to play to start dropping these giants on them, and I can interact with the board this turn, so I'm going to do that.
For the wild.
Okay. So we've removed his card draw engine, increased our mana a shit ton, and we're looking to drop giants on him. As, may work out. Alright, take care, Kieran Tor 420. Good luck on your driver's test, dude.
Stop yelling!
Why do you
Oh god, now we're gonna run 8/8s into 1/3s. What a life. We mana Feral Rage, they go down to 6s. There's not really any spells. We try to double play them next turn, so I think it's better just to get the one out there right now. Not an ideal situation.
You are not the boss of me!
If we hero power, we stay alive.
For the wild.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
I concede.
Dead on board. Well, sometimes you get taken to the zoo. Fun and interactive game. That's why zoo does pretty well against druid sometimes. Still only like kind of a 50-50 matchup actually, which is crazy. Alright. I've had enough trying to win today. Well, I think we had a good record, but now that we've lost twice in a row, it's like, I might as well give up. Started out like 6-0 and then lose 2, and then it's like, I don't really want to try anymore. So, what do we want to do with Priest in the current meta? Shadowed Pain finds less and less targets now. I think you want to be playing Resurrect and just trying to get lucky with it. I think Blade Masters are kind of silly not to run right now as far as Priest meta is concerned. You just want things that are good against Druid, right? Honestly, Priest has a pretty strong curve, kind of. More 3s we could play. 3 is so bad. Like, if you start your curve off at 3, you're gonna need decent 3s. What if we play questing adventure in priest? Is there enough action to make it work? It doesn't seem to be. I mean, with Powered Shield Divine Spirit, you can make funny things happen, but I don't think it's going to be good enough. Not worth looking at. Is there any beast suit playing priest that could make this curator idea work? There's gotta be something that would be decent. Jeweled Scarab for more deaths. Play Armored Warhorse for removal. And then make the curve really high. Cut Northshire Cleric. Rock Armored Warhorse removal priest. That seems so bad. Revives the 5/3 charge though, it's so sick. The resurrect value does go up. That would be pretty memey. Give it a shot. Doesn't seem like the craziest thing in the world. And there's no Murlocs we would really want to run, especially if we're going with that beast. Like, there's the 6-trap guy, but he sucks. And we fill out our early game curve with Forbidden Shaping and Pain. The curve you out, priest. This is what we're trying to go for. Trying to limit dead cards, though. Alright. Alright. Armored Warhorse. Can we play Injured Blade Master with Armored Warhorse? Like, having these 4s actually might hurt it too much. Might have to remove some. Yeah. So sketchy. If it works. Not a lot of decks for jousting before it's gonna work though. What if I just Stranglethorn Tiger people? Could just go for the Jungle Panther. Jungle Panther Priest. It's a body debuff. Allows me to get trades and be defensive. Maintain tempo. I don't know. You should play Velen's Chosen then? Dude, if I could play Velen's Chosen, I would play Velen's Chosen, but this is standard priest. Velen's Chosen's not in the format, unfortunately. Velen's Chosen would make priest really good. Maybe not really good, but playable.
The light shall bring victory.
Because that was priest before. Standard, priest's like main theme or whatever was buffing things, and they were really good at it. And now they're just not good at anything. They're good at resurrecting things, I guess.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Hoping for a 1-2 so we could play around Direwolf Alpha, but this is, I guess, okay, as long as it doesn't have Direwolf Alpha.
Extraordinary. Why do you call?
Second abusive. It's no good for us. Need to find something. We don't even run Wild Pyromancers, so saving these for Wild Pyromancers is a little crazy.
Stop yelling!
We got nothing going on, man. Man. Curve Priest, not very good. Turns out all their cards are just worse than the other classes.
Blessed be this funnel cake.
I mean, maybe we hit an Alchemy Circle or something.
Who dares summon me? Bait.
Embrace the void.
We get the taunt next turn, right? So this could work out for us. Missed Jungle Panthers. Missed Blade Masters. Didn't hit the 3, man.
Why do you go?
Okay.
The menagerie is for guests only.
That's sick value. I don't think Curator makes any sense. We're already winning on value anyway, but I guess maybe against Warrior we need the value.
Buying or selling.
Nah, here comes the Soulfire. Oh, rip our taunt. Ah, that's pretty good. Now we can resurrect the second Priest of the Feast, and then Pain and heal for a lot.
The menagerie is for guests only.
Alright, so we're out of Soulfire range. We've removed our opponent's entire board and we have a taunt. So we're in a pretty good spot to be able to take it.
This time.
That felt terrible. Not a good priest deck. Maybe we're supposed to go the Cthulhu Priest route. Cthulhu Priest was actually decent for a little while. Priest of the Feast is like too good of a minion not to run, right? We need at least one of these for like later stages, but we want to fit in 2 circles. I could see cutting a Priest of the Feast, I guess, or cutting a Crazed Worshipper. Probably Crazed. We need 6 drops. I want to get like an Acolyte of Pain in here too, I guess. Maybe the curve's strong enough. Instead of Acolyte, we need to raise the curve. Since we have 2 drops, maybe Pain's a little unnecessary. What? What do you want? Oh, you see another Doge? You can't go out and play. Another Doge is walking, man. Just chill. Be cool. So I can see there's some sort of high value minion or an Acolyte of Pain or something. High value minion. They would be good in Priest. Desert Drake, I don't know. Ah, we'll just run the Acolyte of Pain, I think. Have one in there to try and draw towards Cthulhu with. Wait. So if we don't want to lose control every time, should we run Brand Doomcaller and Emperor? That could be our high value minion, and then we can maybe beat some control matchups. We're like Cthulhu Warrior, but worse. Maybe a better against aggro. And then if we want to also help the control matchups, we can run the second Forbidden Shaping over something. Maybe we cut... You could see cutting one of these Beckoner Evils is a pretty low impact card. For the second Shaping. Alright, cool. Start Brand Doomcaller and some control decks.
Anduin versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin.
The light shall bring victory.
Not a terrible hand. At least we got the Disciple look at them. The 1 mana spell draw a card. Power Word Shield. I had Power Word Shield in the deck.
Such big teeth I have.
I don't think I want Shaping early. It's more of a late game card, right?
Listen closely.
This lines up really well, though. He buffs it to trade in, and we tie Disciple of Cthulhu and kill this guy.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
Coin Abusive, never lucky. Does not line up very well.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
Wild Pyro. Never Wild Pyro.
Blessed be this.
Priest of the Feast. Got such a big butt. Kill command trade. Friendly mac and cheese public service announcement. I dig it. I did go on a giant macaroni and cheese rant. And they do cost the same, but I've never checked the weight. I didn't go full research mode into it. So I appreciate that helpful advice.
Cthulhu! Cthulhu! Cthulhu!
I think I'll play the 6-drop next turn. I don't want this to die for free, though. So then next turn I'm just going to Forbidden Shaping for a 6. 6 is usually a pretty good number to hit.
I let the dogs out.
Savannah, Simon. Wah wah. Yeah, Sylvanas would have been better there. Sylvanas would have been better there.
I let the dogs out.
So many 4-attack minions, man. Can't do anything. I'm gonna remove 0 pressure from the board. I think I have to heal 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're still dead to kill command, but we play around quick shot and bow this way.
To my side.
Too much damage, man. What if we go really, really fast with it? Maybe don't even play those. So now we're trying the OTK warrior shell. Alright, Cthulhu OTK Priest. There we go. This will work. Only circle, don't need Akana? Yeah, it's just for draw.
Anduin versus Uther.
Dank Lord Cushington just subscribed for 2 months in a row. Welcome back to the Batcave Team Ping, man. Appreciate your continued support.
Well met.
Nothing scares me. Except the mice.
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
Is someone injured?
I think I'll hold on to the coin for Pyro and just play Cleric to contest.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
That 2-3 contest fine.
You, my master.
Both deaths a little unfortunate against an aggressive deck. Well, as I say that, he plays into death. Who would have thought? I didn't think this card was going to get any value. Oh, we can clear it this way much easier now.
Do you like to play with fire?
Mind if I roll need?
Plays a little heavy into Consecrate, but typically speaking, Blessing and Light Selfless Zero decks don't run Consecrate.
Nothing scares me. Except the mice.
Reporting for duty.
Hey, give me that!
Cthulhu! Cthulhu!
Avenge me!
Not a bad spot. Potentially some good Acolyte draw
The
coming up.
light protects me.
Reporting for duty. Cthulhu!
I can't.
Speak to me.
Oh, Repentance. Never lucky. I was about to farm so many cards with Acolyte. Who plays Repentance?
Reporting for duty.
It's about Pyromancer though. He's just soloing this guy. Wild Pyromancer versus this guy's whole deck. Wild Pyromancer coming out on top. Wild Pyromancer versus Dragon Egg. Dragon Egg usually wins.
Not on my watch.
Is someone injured?
Competitive Spirit or Sacred Trial are the only secrets remaining. Priest OP.
Who am I? None of your business.
Reporting for duty.
So let's get the Noble Sack Redemption out of the way first.
Get down! Get down!
So the only secret remaining is Competitive Spirit. can cycle our deck faster if we just use Holy Nova and save the death for the second one. So this will do 3, then Holy Nova will do 3 to it. I think it's better than using that. I'll get closer to the Cthulhu that's gonna kill him, right?
Not too quickly.
Right away.
Too quickly.
Oh, whoa. Suddenly have lots of viewers. What's up, everybody? That's Sick Kaleno host. How's it going, guys? Welcome from Kaleno's stream. Ah, I finally slayed the Pyro. It's been there since turn 2, wrecking his whole board. Competitive Spirit is still the secret that's up. Yeah, I want to play Loot Hoarder. Get closer to the Cthulhu. We can brand Doomgaller if we play Ember. Competitive Spirit goes off though, and then we can't really kill these minions anymore, so I kind of want to take care of them, just because they both go to 4. So since they'll both go to 4 and be really hard to deal with, and the weapon's threatening to remove my Cleric anyway, I'm just going to take care of business here, get that guy dealt with, drop the Loot Hoarder. Keep cycling into my Cthulhu. Oh shit, what up?
The light protects me.
Yeah, hopefully I can provide similar content experience to Kalento. I don't know, I was tryharding earlier today, but I got bored, so now I'm just kind of dicking around with Priest. So we probably won't win much, but we're gonna probably win this game at least, so might as well stay and see that. Dude, we can heal up to 40 health. Then bottom 7, that's bad. Do I think I'm responsible when it comes to handling money? It's an interesting question, Grizzlywood. I don't really spend any money because I'm afraid I'll be irresponsible doing so. So most of the time I don't buy anything, it just kind of is invested or sits around. Hopefully he doesn't run Equality in his weird Mysterious Challenger aggro Paladin.
Back to your homes.
We got another Pyro in here, but we're kind of short on spells. That Powered Shield in the circle.
Fight, maggot.
I think we need to add more card draw to this deck because this has been so many turns. Like Warrior would have done this in like a quarter of as many turns. And we're just sitting over here being brief.
Who am I? None of your
Are we actually just gonna lose? That would be embarrassing. That'll be real embarrassing if we find a way to lose this. Honestly, he can't beat Cthulhu anyway, so I don't think we really need to rely on super buffing up the Cthulhu.
I must consider.
Symphony of Terror.
I'm just gonna get the double buff. Take some value trades. Make it super awkward for him to get those 2 attack minions through this 3 health wall of fury. And Direwolf. We should have expected that.
Back to your homes.
He already had played 1. Usually they travel in pairs. 5 cards remaining, just looking for the Cthulhu to close out this game. He needs to... doesn't need to trade. Thought he would be more afraid of Holy Nova. We can take a draw for 25% chance to hit Cthulhu and win, or we can just cycle our deck. I'm gonna opt to cycle my deck. Oh, we would have hit it. But I have to do it in this order if I want to kill Direwolf Alpha. And I did want to kill Direwolf Alpha. I think it puts us in a pretty good position regardless, so I think it's worth taking it.
Victory is yours.
He agrees, yeah. I think if we add more draw, we could get better results. Like, we went through our deck so slowly. It's just very questionable draw cards from any of Priest. One thing is we didn't hit any of the power draw combos. We really want to hit, you know, Cleric plus Minions plus Circle sort of stuff. If we went maybe more on the, less on the Wild Pyromancer and more on the draw towards things. Like Blademaster might be worth running just because Blademaster is kind of a draw combo. As awkward as that sounds. Maybe we play... Like, I hate playing Novice Engineer, but that might be right. Thalanos is okay, we got Holiest Mites and a Nova. I mean, Novice Engineer does get us to our Wild Pyromancer combos faster. So I think we should probably be ignoring early game minions, like not worrying about painting it, and then just trying to prioritize drawing towards Wild Pyromancer combos with this deck. If we can make it fast enough, we'll only need one death. And at that point, do we want to be playing Cold Light Oracle? Purify. We don't have that many great Purify targets, unfortunately. We could run it for the memes. It's either Purify or like Runic Egg at this point. I guess this is why they had to... This is why Purify had to cost 2, because this deck would be busted. You can't even combo Wild Pyromancer with it. God, Purify's so bad. Nat Pagel? What if we go... Yeah, maybe it's just Azure Drake, right? Alright, our deck got sped up a lot, so hopefully we can actually just kind of win. Why is it called OTK without villain or something? You triple Cthulhu people, man. 3 times Cthulhu. It's an OTK over 3 turns, so it's a 3TK. But 3TK sounds weird when you type it out, so I just typed out OTK. It's less confusing, trust me, I know.
Souls shall be mine.
The light shall bring victory.
Are you trying to make a fun or good / competitive deck? Making a deck. Playing 30 cards that I enjoy playing so I can have an upbeat mood and provide positive and entertaining stream experience. Because if I play something I don't like, I'm going to be upset, I'm going to be sad, you're going to tune into the stream, you're going to be look at this emo kid, and then you're going to run away. And so I want you guys to stay a while. So I'm going to try and be happy, play a happy deck. And Priest makes me happy because it's fun, it's different, and it's a challenge. Like, playing Priest in Hearthstone is like playing chess blindfolded while walking a tightrope over the Grand Canyon. It's an adventure, and it's a challenge, all at the same time. And I think that's why, you know, Blizzard has chose to keep Priest at the power level it's at, is just because there's a lot of thrill seekers out there that really strive for that challenge.
So many possibilities.
Mr. Zoo.
Why do you call?
How do you do, Mr. Zoo? Let's see. Oftentimes this means he wants to abusive sergeant and trade into it. Am I okay with that?
Right away.
I'm okay with that. I want to just maximize the draw out of my hand to try and find Wild Pyromancer and save my Power Word Shield for Wild Pyromancer. So I could play around the abusive trade-in by buffing it with Power Word Shield, but without Circle or anything to kind of punish his line there, I think the Power Word Shield's more valuable in my hand to complement my Wild Pyromancer when I do find it. And there's always a percent chance, he doesn't have the buff card to be able to trade here and we get away with this. So that's kind of my logic on that one there. And here comes the abusive Circle.
Get in there and fight!
Get in there. Acolyte seems good. Tests everything on the board pretty well. I guess they deploy another buff card to kind of get through it. Potentially he could juggle it, giving us 2 cards. Whole game plan revolves around finding this Wild Pyromancer before we are dead. And part of finding it means we need spells to complement it. Also surviving to turn 5 seems pretty good.
So many possibilities.
Roof. Is there a dog out there? Someone walking their dog? Silly Doge. Hey!
Like to play with fire?
Cut it out. Arrgh. Next match to draw, fuck it, right? Yeah. Alright. Ava's starting to piss me off. What are you barking at? Hey! Try to be nice. No barking. No. Now go lay down. Lay down. Sit.
Bring the pain.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Ava gets cocky when I'm streaming. She knows that I won't yell at her when I'm streaming. And she misbehaves more than normal. Isn't that right? Being a brat because you know you get away with it. It's kind of like the effect where when you're in the supermarket with like your parents and you know you can get away things because you know they're not going to hit you in the supermarket. So then you be a dick. You like grab the Cocoa Puffs and throw them in the basket. You know, that sort of life. And the fruit roll-ups and like gushers and stuff. You know you're not supposed to have. They said explicitly before you got to the supermarket you could not have any gushers. And you still just put them in the bag like a dick. It's that same effect. Okay, how do we set this up cleanly? We want the board to be full, yeah? If the board's full, well, there's no easy way to do that. We want to activate this, kinda. What is our Cthulhu at? Our Cthulhu's at 0? We could just activate our Cthulhu and then heal for 10 next turn, and then do a Wild Pyromancer Holy Nova sort of thing. That could work. Wild Pyromancer Holy Nova will clear, so I'm gonna do that, I think.
Are you my master?
We have time. We can be patient. It's a wonderful thing. Why does nobody play Master Spell? It costs 4. The value of silence is like 1 mana, right? At least attached to most cards it is. Look, dude, they're gonna be playing with their dog across the street. Okay. Yeah, my neighbor's dog's outside running around in the yard. And she runs in our yard, and then Ava gets pissed 'cause she's like, no, it's my yard. Okay, so we want to hit this and heal for 10, and we set up to do the Holy Nova Wild Pyromancer that we've been setting up to do, so this works out alright. Like, not super splendid, but we're able to accomplish it. We may even just down those Holy Nova, so we have Wild Pyromancer for the reload and other combos with Acolyte of Pain and such. Alright!
So many.
Take you outside after stream.
possibilities.
I got hosted by Cleno, dude. I gotta keep going. I know I usually take you out now. But just work with me, man. Dog's just staring at me like, I'm a fucking dog. What are you doing, you idiot?
So many possibilities.
My shield for Argus.
Uh-oh. When you try and set up AoE and they slam down that Argus, though, that is bad news, bears. This Holy Nova suddenly is just not enough. Oh, go face. Yeah, go face. Ah, he almost went face. He could have lived. Shit. Well, we cut the deaths from our deck, didn't we? Whose brilliant idea was that?
I must consider.
Needs Soulfire or Doomguard. 2 outs. Peddler could do it. Combination of 2 cards could do it, and he's got 3 cards in hand. I would say about 40% of the time we're dead, if I had to guesstimate. Good sign.
I wonder.
Bad sign, he figured out to tap first. He's thinking about trading that imp. He trades that imp, he runs out of, he loses some outs. PO, yeah, PO's an out for him, but a lot of people aren't playing the POs anymore, so I would be unpleasantly surprised if I died to Power Overwhelming in this situation. Yeah. Life.
Almost out of time.
Where are spells?
Who's in here?
Oh, jeez. So I think we added too much draw in this version. We had too little draw the first version, and now we have way too much. We need spells that actually accomplish things. As you can see, our entire hand is draw. So, we're getting closer to the right mix and the right balance of it, though, but I think 2 Holy Novas might be good. Maybe some Excavate, it's just more AoE in general could be better. Maybe we don't need Holy Nova to combo with Pyro, so maybe Excavated is just better. And if we have too much draw, then Azure starts becoming kind of excessive, so now we can just add 2 Excavateds. That'll help our Shaman matchup and our Zoo matchup a lot, which are popular things on ladder. And then against Warrior, there's no one running Cthulhu Warrior, so hopefully we can use the Brand Doomcaller package to just out against Warrior. So now we're just trying to counter Warrior, Shaman, and Zoo. Druid, I'm not so sure that we can possibly win with this style of deck. It'll be interesting to see how that lines up. I think those little changes there should help with the Druid, the Shaman and the Zoo matchup a lot. Yeah, I think that's fine. Maybe one more spell, but we'll see how this feels first. Horror against Zoo. Shadowherd Horror is kind of sketchy. Forbidden Shaping is something I'm thinking about, right? Like, Forbidden Shaping, it'll be a cheap activator for Pyro in the earlier stages of the game against aggressive decks, and then also be a really solid bomb against control decks to fill out my curve. So yeah, I'm really interested in potentially running that card. It was in there in the original thing, and then I cut it for more draw, and we'll see if it finds its way back in. Acolyte of Pain I want kind of later. These are more early game. Acolyte of Pain, I want to combo with stuff for additional draw. 82 deaths for giants. Well, the idea is hopefully we kill them by then. Against Temple Mage, I like having this coin for the Wild Pyromancer. We want to be able to Wild Pyromancer for 3.
Let's make magic.
If I just do this, he can ping. So I'd rather do this, kind of make him play a card. It's not a Mana Worm, it's not a Sorcerer's Apprentice, so playing spells to remove it is kind of expensive at this point. Alright.
I serve the Fire Lord.
I must consider. I must consider.
Alright, we can set up to try and kill this with our AoEs in future turns, right? Right now we only have 1 across the board with AoE because circles kind of heal that guy back up. Circle does count for AoE when they're not at full health. Then it does 1 damage AoE, but yeah, right now not so much. Okay, we're starting to accumulate our Wild Pyromancer draw combo. Drawing our whole deck is usually pretty good. That'll get us towards Excavated, which can then clear. Oh, we could just Excavated clear now. We're at 10, so whenever we find our heal 10, we can start stabilizing, but that was a lot of damage out of nowhere. We're dead to... nothing kills us right now, so we should be fine. Ow. We can Wild Pyromancer for next turn, hopefully, and we can find our gain 10. 19 cards, so it's just above 5% that we're able to be, you know, finding that anytime soon. Okay. That could give him the Frostbolt to combo with Fireball to kill us if we don't heal phase. Risk we can take. We could go Wild Pyromancer Coin Circle. And then higher odds of finding the guy. We blow our Wild Pyromancer load. Draw 2 cards and we can heal our face though.
Is someone injured?
So I think I like it better.
Like to play with fire?
There's the guy. So next turn we can heal for 10 and get outside of range of him just bursting us down. So we're going to be doing that next turn, so we're not going to be playing Bran. So I feel okay just drawing with the Novice Engineer. We'll find other cards that can combo with Bran as the game continues. Give him the ability to ping that, but I would rather just heal for the 2 to get outside of Fireball Frostbolt range, make sure we don't get killed by some weird Kabbalist Tome RNG.
You wanna cast a spell?
Got random cards. I don't even know what to play around anymore. He's got 3 random cards in his hand. Double Fireball kills us if we play Twin Emperors, so I'd rather play this, get outside of range of that first, you know.
I feast upon the light.
Draw last.
Right away.
We obviously don't know what we're doing. We're playing Priest. Clearly we have no idea how to play the game.
If you're sure.
So it all lines up and makes a lot of sense. So he's used both Frostbolts, has both Fireballs remaining, but we're at a very comfortable life till the 21. Remember your BlizzCon win like it was yesterday. You aiming for it this year? Nah. I would like to be able to aim for it, but yeah, I tried, like softcore tried. I didn't hardcore try for it because the time investment for the BlizzCon process is not worth it. Because if you don't make it, you'll spend like 300-ish hours for about $11. And like the time value of money in my current situation doesn't justify me to be able to do that. So I took the lazy approach to it, went half in for it, and didn't quite make it this year.
I wonder.
Same reason why, you know, Kalento didn't really try super hard for it. Like, he kind of tried for it, but he didn't take every opportunity, for example. And a lot of the big streamers and, you know, the larger players in the game didn't really go for it. It's just one of the added reasons why you see, like, none of the people you recognize at BlizzCon.
I wonder.
How do I want to do this? I don't want to take damage from that.
Move quickly.
Seems so bad.
Fade away.
I don't really know what I wanted to do at the ending of that turn. Is it better to have a 6-2, or is it better to get the 2-3 out of my hand and save the Power Word Shield? Wow, Pyromancer, like, there's many questions there.
Let's make magic.
That's a lot of spell power. Yeah, if we had Power Word Shield here, we could clear. We have a few outs off the draw if we want to try and go for it. For being able to get the full clear, so we can do that first, and if we don't hit it, just play twins.
Hope you like my invention.
We have to play twins over Emperor if we don't want to draw die to double Fireball. We could just accept that double Fireball kills us and play Emperor Holy Smite. Lowers our potential Pyromancer value though. If we'd have saved Power Word Shield, we'd be in a way better spot, so I think we should have saved Power Word Shield. No seconds. I think we have to clear here to stay alive, so I'm going for the clear. We are going for the second Holy Smite, second Power Word Shield, 2 out of 8. 25%er. Disciple of Cthulhu also semi-works, but not great. If I go here, Disciple of Cthulhu's not any better. And we whiffed. We are surely dead now. We had 25% to full clear there, and I think if we don't full clear, we die. So I like going for the full clear. Our mage opponent has so many cards that have been sitting there. Like, that's for sure Fireball, and any of these could be an additional burn spell. So any minion sticking we lose the game, right? Like if Azure Drake sticks, Fireball plus Azure Drake plus ping kills us, and we know he has Fireball because it's been sitting there the whole game. Tried to beat it. 25% of the time we beat the Fireball. What has been under? We need more spells. I like the Forbidden Shaping idea. I think it could fit well in the deck. Might want to just play 2 of these just because they're so good and our deck is so slow. I could see cutting Novice Engineer, the second Dark Mender, and then trying to figure out some way to weave these guys in here. Since we're not so much draw focused now that we have 2 of these, we're more focused on stabilizing and clearing. Something like this could be a little bit better. Now we're more of a little bit more mid-rangey with it instead of just draw combo stuff. Probably a little bit better against Druid too with these sort of tech changes. Should have accepted double Fireball lethal. I mean, I did accept double Fireball lethal. We were trying to play around with the single Fireball lethal. You mean the previous turn with Emperor? Well, even if I accept the previous turn with Emperor, it doesn't improve my situation because Emperor discount doesn't help my hand in any way. If I'm not able to remove his minions.
The light shall bring victory.
So I guess Warrior, we want to hit draw, and then we want to find the Emperor discount on the Bran or the Doomcaller, and win that way. So keeping Emperor there was a real possibility, but I want to try and prioritize finding Wild Pyromancer plus Power Word Shield plus Circle of Healing plus a Northshire Cleric. That's the 4-card combo that I really, really, really want to hit. If I hit that 4-card combo, I can draw my whole deck, find 3 Cthunes, kill him, hopefully. The idea is to do that before he has, you know, infinite armor.
Are you my master?
And I want to use my Forbidden Healings on turn 8 to make 8 drops that are pretty good against Control Warrior a lot of the times. You know, you get your Rags, your Tyrians, your what have you.
Armor made to fit.
Oh shit. Armor Smith means he might be some sort of OTK warrior that instantly beats us. Might be Patron as well. Patron's a little scary.
This way.
Regardless, going here helps me be able to start turning off his Battle Rage the more I hit it, and it helps me being able to clear his guy. Bash? Is he just infinite armor warrior? What the hell? Infinite armor probably beats 3 Cthunes.
Mind if I roll knee?
The Cthunes are only gonna be like 20 apiece. No, it's gonna be. We have 2 Beckoners and then 2 Disciples, so we only get, you know, plus 8 to the original 6, and then we get another plus 4. So it's they're gonna be. The first one's gonna be
Made to fit.
14, and then the rest are gonna be 18. This gives him so much armor.
You like to play with fire?
Is someone injured?
We'll get the combo off, but he may outlive it just because Armor Smith. Interesting off-meta choice. Counters the Cthulhu Priest. Look at how many cards we drew, guys. Get in there for that guy. Sure. Oh man. What are we gonna do? Would you play a card that gives your opponent 20 armor but you draw 5?
That belongs in a museum.
Right away.
Chip damage. Let's see.
Right away.
Like to play with fire?
Just want to try and get cards out of my hand. Cycle a little bit at least while doing so.
Are you my master?
This needs to be used for an 8-drop, so I can't play it just to cycle here. If we get Ragnaros the Fire Lord and he doesn't have an answer for 6 turns, we can get close to killing this guy.
Maybe... No, 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 no.
I gotta move.
That synergy though, sick.
Bring pain.
Here comes Tyrion.
This way.
Ooh. That is one of the worst 8-drops we could get. Yup. It's just gonna deal 8 to all minions.
So many choices.
It's like, maybe I don't need to kill it because it's so good for me. Just to, I can afford to take 8 every turn. Probably just win. No, at least it connected, right? So this might not be a good assumption, but we're going to assume that he doesn't have great hardness in his hand. Alright, right, we can't beat Sylvanas, so we need this to die. That's something that just kind of needs to happen. So we're going to just throw this out here, just all willy-nilly like, and hope he kills it, you know, not the Sylvanas way. We could, you know, make something work here.
Let the pain.
That's not Sylvanas.
speak to me.
Okay. It is also not Sylvanas. So if this dies, and he didn't steal it with Sylvanas, we have a reasonable chance of cutting back all this armor. Okay. I guess we want superpower kill everything to live. That's unlucky. Lose 66% of brawl. It's okay, the guy died though, so now we can add 2 Cthuns to our deck. Power charge those up.
Symphony of terror begins.
Well,
And we're in a position to just bomb train him for the rest of the game with Cthuns. And if he didn't have a single target answer for that, he's got to have a single target answer for this, and we're just going to keep going with things he has to answer with single target removal. So hopefully he cut, like, execute for Armor Smiths, and we can get a win. Arkvian, subscribed for 4 months in a row, says, I forgot the name of your dog. My dog's name's Ava. I appreciate the continued support, man. Welcome back to the Batcave Team thing. Ava's all excited right now because she heard her name and her girlfriend just came home, so she's running around. Yeah, let's fire the missiles. Ragnaros number 2.
The might of Dalaran has
Man.
arrived.
3, 6, 7. We're gonna overdraw Cthulhu. Kitty, you get your attention too, bro. My girlfriend just took the dog out, and the cat's like, I want to go for a walk. Cat doesn't want to come chill. Oh, cool, he chose not to overdraw me. Alright, we need to empty our hand, right? So he didn't brawl last turn, and we had a lot of threats out. I'm gonna read that as he does not have brawl. So we need to empty our hand. And he doesn't have brawl, in my head. His last turn was a very prime brawl opportunity. I didn't see any of his hesitation or tells like that because I was away from the keyboard, but it is potential that he doesn't have brawl. I mean, like, if 3 minions were presented, he's already played 1 brawl, and he didn't brawl with 3 minions out while having very limited single target removal. So that begs to me, no brawl. Or he's a god. And K-God went offline, so it's very unlikely that this guy's a god, right? Crawl off the top! You're the best. And that's 2 brawls he's won! 2! He won 2 brawls this game. And he top decked it. Alright, he needs second execute to be able to beat this. We play around Shield Slam because it knocks off all the armor. Let's go, baby. Don't top deck the second execute.
Welcome to the Grand
We're in it.
Tournament, champion.
Come on, Cthoons. Cthoons. He's out of brawls. Rawr. I told you this deck would work, guys. See, we beat Control. We beat Control. Piece of cake. You guys are like, he drew 5 cards and gave him 100 armor. This guy's a noob. I'm gonna leave the stream. I'm not a noob.
That's not right.
We did it. We did it. He had 54 life by turn 5? Yeah, but life is irrelevant. It's kind of like we're a priest and we're saying life is irrelevant. Alright, I mean, but like life total in the game is fairly irrelevant for the most part.
Anduin versus Medivh!
Let the games begin.
The light shall bring victory.
Alright. Northshire is probably worth keeping. I mean, we want to hit that draw combo that we're talking about. We want to hit the Wild Pyromancer in the circle to go along with this. So I don't want to play Northshire Cleric turn 1 here just because I want to save it for sick draw combos, draw our whole deck again, because you've seen the power of the deck when you draw all of it. It is very bad when you don't draw all of it. So if we lose this Northshire Cleric to some silly stuff like a Frostbolt, we're going to be kind of depressed. Don't worry, we got Excavated Evil. We'll be okay. How does this deck versus Shaman? It's okay against Shaman. It has the same exact matchups as the... what's that warrior deck called? The Kalento warrior deck? You guys are all fans of Kalento, right? You came from his stream. So he has this warrior deck called Cycle Cthulhu Warrior that he invented. And this is that, but in Priest. I know, real innovative. We're really going out of our comfort zone with that one, but it's just fun. It's a little different, you know. Any reason whatsoever to play this over Cycle Cthulhu Warrior? I mean, you're playing Priest, and that's badass. And then you can tell your friends, like, look how cool I'm playing a Priest. And then they're like, nice, dude. You feel a little good about yourself. Alright, we're just missing a Pyro, and then, you know, we launch the fireworks, draw the cards. So, for now, Excavated to kill all of his stuff. He seems to be some sort of crazy burn mage. I hope he doesn't fireball me in the face right now.
The Fire Lord.
Okay, get this down to 1 health. If we find Pyro, we get to clear it and then draw. So that's really good for us. And he didn't buff these mana worms at all, so they didn't really do too much high impact stuff. So Wild Pyromancer's best draw. Then we go Cleric, Wild Pyromancer, Power Word, Shield, Circle. This dies, we draw a bunch of cards. It is very likely that we're just going to die pretty soon, though. If we get a Cthulhu buff card, we can also brand, you know, Disciple of Cthulhu, kill that into Twilight Mender. That would be sick. But barring that, I feel like we're just going to die to a bunch of cheap spells right here. Oh, cool. He only did 2 damage. I was fully ready for him to go Coin, Fireball, Frostbolt my face. No, there's more damage. 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Okay. Disciple of Cthulhu and Wild Pyromancer best draws. I want to save this brand so that I can do shenanigans with healing. Takes 2 turns to set up the healing, though.
Is someone injured?
We are in a pickle. We don't run pain. I think we have to brand. Brand lives. We can potentially clear his stuff. So if Brand lives, we have the 2-drop as an out now. The 2-drop plus heal for 10 is the out to try and stabilize this. It's very unlucky. We hit. Look at. If you look at the deck list, our bombs consist of Twilight Darkmender, Cthulhu, and Doomcaller, Emperor, and Brand. Those are all of the high-end non-cycle or non-removal cards in the entire deck. We hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 6 of them. And it's very unlikely for that to happen, and it pretty feels bad, man. Ah, the Brand died. I was trying to set up so if the Brand lived, we'd play this and then Twilight Darkmender.
Right away.
Unfortunate that it did not. We don't have a spell for Wild Pyro anyway, so I like just playing this. Oh, that's just awkward. We need to get this down.
Are you my master?
I want to heal myself, but I think we just get that down just for the body. Could potentially help us trade with things. Oh, jeez. 1 fireball doesn't kill us, but fireball plus anything gets really close to just killing us, so it's like not a good spot to be in for sure. Frostbolt fireball. Tempo Mage has been really rough for this deck, like insanely bad. But that game, I think you can attribute some of the loss to that game. Like, it's not a good matchup for sure. I'm not a fan of that matchup. And then we drew 6 out of 6 of our late game bombs. We could think about, you know, potentially cutting the Darkmender, lower the curve a little bit. 'Cause look at this is what we drew. We drew both of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We drew all of that. Now most of our deck is more flexible than that. We could think about potentially getting rid of the death. The death has been very lackluster. There's not been a lot of things that death actually hits. So if we get rid of the death, we can lower the curve with more early game options, and then maybe we can get rid of one of these Dark Menders as well. Try and speed it up a little bit. There's draw as a potential option to speed it up so we can get through these things faster, find our main big draw combo faster to accomplish everything. Or we could go with more AoE. AoE is always a pretty good option to have in there. Or more removal is usually pretty good. I think we'll kind of go half and half with it. Get in a Pain maybe. And then also get in one more draw card. Just anything to help set up these combos. The sketchy thing about the additional draw cards is we're running out of good draw cards. We have all the best draw cards in the game, you know, we just don't have. But I think Thalamus is okay. The combo with Holy Smite, combo with Excavated Evil occasionally. We should win control either way. Increasing our draw should allow us to get to the Twilight Darkmender more consistently when we need it. You saw we had them both just sitting dead in our hand, and that made it way more difficult to activate one. And I feel like to win most games, we only need to activate one, right? So as long as we have enough draw, we should be able to draw the pieces to activate it, and then be able to activate it is the idea. Whereas if you have two, the odds of having one activate actually goes down, because your odds of finding the activators and then finding it goes down, whereas you just only increase the odds of finding it because you run two of it, if that makes any sort of sense. So I think it's actually better against aggro right now, the way we have it with running one, and a little bit of an additional cycle to be able to get to it more consistently with the buff cards alongside it. Ugh, that's a lot of words. I like Pain against Shaman. Bring on the Pain. Forbidden Shaping's more of a late game card. You know, it's not bad if you find it in the mulligan, but it's not something that you want to have. We don't need to paint that. We can be proactive with our development. Set up to Disciple a Cthulhu if he doesn't have anything. And if he has Totem Golem, we can paint the Totem Golem a little bit later down the line. He likely goes face if he has Totem Golem and then walks right into Disciple of Cthulhu, because nobody knows what's going on with that. I'm gonna learn today. Learn today. And boom goes the dynamite. We're not dead yet. So for Priest, I mean, I think we're setting a new record.
I wonder. Did you bring some fish?
Okay, okay. Excavated Evil on 5 is going to be fantastic. It's very slow with his plays here for Shaman. Just thinking everything through. Do we need Brand Doomcaller against Shaman? If it's mid-range Shaman, we're just going to get hexed, aren't we? I do like cycling this. We have Pain and whatnot in our hand already. We get up to 10 by just playing this without the brand, so I like just getting up to 10 while we can. I like removing spell power because, you know, Spirit Claws, Maelstrom, Portal, Lightning Storm, Shaman. You know, they just have a lot of cards in the class that synergize pretty well with spell power. Oh, fuck. It's gonna be one of those games, huh? One of those beat your face in, don't care, Doomhammer all day kind of games. Never win, always hurt kind of games. I don't want to brand this turn, I want to brand next turn to set up for the Emperors. So I think I just trade and play a 5-drop. Maybe we'll get Harrison Jones for the memes. The taunt! Take 10! Got him. Haha. Booty Bay Bodyguard, the BBB.
What to do?
I don't even know what to do. Just intimidated by the BBB. Yeah. It's a rough life, bro. The BBB's got you. Pulled ahead and down. Okay. Are we setting up for the twin imps? The super imps. So hopefully he gets greedy, punches me in the face, doesn't realize it's turn 7 and I'm a Cthulhu deck and there's only one thing on my mind. Maybe he forgets it's a card. And never lucky. I do gain 4 life and deal 4 damage to him though. So as far as like life total swing is very good. Okay, we cut death from our deck right before this game, didn't we? So that was a stellar decision. At least the Excavated can clean it up. He's almost out of Doomhammer charges, and we're still at 23, so that is rocking it. Yeah, okay. Him using all the Doomhammer charges though means he's got another Doomhammer, which is bullshit. I think playing the minion is better. We have the second pyro anyway. It's close though, between 2 heal and playing the minion. Yeah, and this is where we're gonna probably not be able to outlast the Doomhammer damage, is when he draws both of them. If he only drew 1 Doomhammer this game, I think we win. We could still win by getting Cthulhu. You know, next we got 2 draws to try and find Cthulhu, make that happen. Best player in the world, not accounting you, of course. Colento, of course. Not just because he hosted me and that's the only reason I have any viewership right now. It's just a real good guy, man. Good player. If we're gonna win this game, we're gonna kill him in 2 turns, I think. I don't think removing 1 damage is a super big priority. Healing for 2 is kind of sketchy that we're missing that, but you know, we gotta go for it, right? .2% to hit the Cthulhu. It's the only top deck for lethal. Unless he face tanks this. That's right, we have 9, and we have Disciple is 10-11, second Holy Smite is also 10-11. This. Yos. No taunts remaining. No additional heals remaining. We're taking 6 again next turn. He's used 1 Lava Burst and 1 Bolt. Rockbiter kills us at the end of the day. Oh, jeez. Rockbiter. Double Rockbiter and we're fucked. Usage. Well, he's got 6 coming in next turn. And we can heal for 2. Up to 6. We had 2 out, or we had 1 out with the, or we had 2 outs. We had Cthulhu, and then Cthulhu getting very lucky with the missiles. And then the other out was also the Twilight Darkmender, because that's active right now. We could still, we can't hit the Twilight Darkmender anymore though, right? We can. So the play to win the game, because if we just do this, he has Druid Hero Power, he hits us for 6, we die. So the way to win the game is we have to play Acolyte of Pain, Holy Smite our own Acolyte of Pain, and hit Twilight Darkmender. and then we can stay alive. Other than that, we just die on board, right? If we hit it, I don't think we can actually win from that position, but we got a chance in hell. Okay. So, what are we talking about as far as taunts go? I think the best way is the 1 mana taunt. So we're going to try and clear here. We get to draw an additional card. We set up lethal potentially with the 7-9. And we're going to hit the 1 mana taunt to survive at 1 health. So if we hit the 1 mana 2-1 or the Goldshire Footman, we live at 1 health. We have 2 outs here of 1 mana taunts. I think that's the highest odds. And we have Mana Worm. Unlucky. This way we set up lethal and have higher odds of hitting a taunt because there's 2 taunts and less minions on the mana slot. So I think it's superior to go for the Goldshire Footman and the tournament attendee rather than going for the Sunwalker. Dark Mender was just a little bit too late. Voidwalker too, yeah. I didn't even factor in Voidwalker without even remembering that Voidwalker also costs 1. And Shield Bear. Like, holy shit, the 1 mana slot, dude? That is the, I know it's the highest value for taunts. It's like a number you can just remember. 1 mana, highest chance to get taunts with Forbidden Shaping. So, if you're ever playing Priest, like, God forbid, but if you are, you know, 1 mana, that's where you want to roll for the taunts. Loot Order is probably fine against Warrior. We don't need a taunt yet. Zero mana equals 33%, but 0 mana actually equals 0% because we like to play in standard format instead of wild. If you're playing in wild, then you're correct, yeah. 0 mana is the best odds in wild.
Hey, give me that!
I guess I'm feeding the axe. I could feed the axe, the Beckoner of Evil, or I could save it. No, I can't save it for Bran. Bran in this matchup actually needs to make the combo happen. Gotta hit him with the Wombo. You love Priest, but that's why you don't play Hearthstone. Man, try this Priest deck, man. This Priest deck is legit. We're climbing at Legend. It's getting higher and higher every time. Every game, the number goes up. Maybe we can get 2 cards out of this bad boy. Do I ever play Wild, by the way? I haven't really played too much Wild. I don't know, if there's a demand for it, I could do it, but like, right when I thought I was gonna try and like play some Wild, Raynad started playing Wild, and then I was like, I don't need this whole Skype conversation where he's gonna tell me how I'm copying him and shit if I try and play some Wild, so I'm just like, I'll just leave it. You know? Because nobody's really got time for that.
Is someone injured?
We could heal his guy to deactivate it, but I want to get the chip damage in on it so I can try trying to clear it maybe. So, plus this way I can maybe get an extra draw off my thing. Ooh, that might be worth it just to get the card. Or we could save it for the Wild Pyromancer combo, but it's going to be unlikely to find the Wild Pyromancer combo at this rate. And this way it makes so I can protect my Acolyte. Yeah, I think it's worth it. We're just going to kind of try and protect the Acolyte a little bit here. Six mana, Emperor Thorson comes out. Bookworm with no dragon. Yeah, I sometimes forget you require a dragon with that card as well. It's a very easy mistake to make. Three, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Hey,
So
give
we
me
can go
that.
up to 10.
That was
Put an excavated in his deck if we want. We can Emperor here if we need to, and then our AoE would be a little bit better, but the Emperor is kind of unprotected. Might be fine. Since he's Dragon Warrior, we don't necessarily need to rely as heavily on the brand combos. It could be Dragon Control though. But taking a bit of damage here to get the Emperor down is not crazy. Ah. It's probably just too good to clear. Find time for it a little bit later down the line. Twin's not active yet. Cthulhu's only at 8. Monkeys. Ever. Emperor into Shapings. Not really applying too much of our Emperor discount, are we? Yeah, but as long as we're hitting Bran or the Doomcaller, that means we're going to be able to make the triple Cthulhu combo, which is the main goal and purpose of the deck. So that's totally fine by me. And Cthulhu is a fairly decent 9-drop at its current stats, so I don't mind it setting up for that.
The menagerie is for guests only.
Emperor sticks. The blatant disrespect people have against Priest, man. We're going to be able to Bran Cthulhu later on in this game. Because this guy doesn't respect Priest. We will punish him for it. Something good. Not a good one. Not a good one. A random minion for each player. Unlucky. We were hoping for high main Sylvanas, Karen, that sort of stuff. 6 is usually a pretty good slot. It's usually the even number slots. On 7, I was really tentative to do 7 because if we get Baron Geddon, it's kind of embarrassing. It does force the action for him to kill it, I guess.
Once upon a time.
I wield the power.
We only have 16 damage out of hand. 16's not enough yet. So we want to keep charging up this Cthulhu a little bit, get closer to being able to kill this guy. So I think cycling, just power cycling through the deck, trying to find our Cthulhu buffers is kind of the main priority here. So even though I'm wasting a lot of my potentially good AoE clear, I think it goes to a good cause here. And we can waste our high value minions since we're just loaded with high value in hand, so we're just going to play this to draw a card at this point from Tiny Twin. Well sacrificed. So now we can buff the Cthulhu up, we can heal for 10, and then we got Twin Emperors is going to be live, and then we can double Cthulhu him into another Cthulhu, and Thunes and Goons and Cthulhu. It should be good. It should be good.
I have an axe to grind.
Alright.
Bring the pain.
I think I'd rather heal for 10 than Twin Emperors, but it's close. Ah, maybe Twins is just better. I'll make this trade kind of play around Ghoul a little bit, make sure that it dies when the Twins when it trades in. And I don't need to draw cards. The 1/3 is kind of the max value for that guy, so I'll just get that guy committed now and... Cool. 20 damage out of hand, or 20 damage total now because the board's sticking, you know. So we are 7 damage off of lethal. So no reason to be hasty. We can just kind of set it up here, and we don't need to rely on Doomcaller to win this game. So we can just do this, and then this, and that'll be 14. So 28 damage out of hand next turn. So we get the Wombo. He needs to clear the board and gain 6 life. And still have an answer for Cthulhu in his deck. So I think the odds are that we win with this play. So we do discard a lot of value because we're not landing the Doomcaller. But at the same time, he is dead, like almost every time.
What now?
Because he's only got 1 execute remaining as well.
I'm out of cards.
Look at this. My bullets fly, man.
Who knows what secrets will uncover?
But should we finish him with the Cthulhu?
Astonishing.
Let's make this attack first. No, Cthulhu kill him and do more dramatic. 28, perfect lethal.
Well played.
So that is Cycle Cthulhu Priest. It's like Cycle Cthulhu Warrior, except the Priest version, and I think it is a worse version of the Warrior deck, but I think it's one of the current best versions of Priest. So, there you go. Priest trying to be a control deck like Warrior, but just doesn't have as good of tools, but can do similar things in some fashion. So I think it's a pretty cool deck. There's the deck list if anyone wants to screen cap it. That's going to be it for my stream today. I appreciate everyone showing up from Kaleno's stream. If you enjoyed the stream, feel free to drop a follow. I kind of stream at random times, so my whole stream schedule doesn't fit because I have a bunch of side projects going on with... house stuff, and then I got Batstone, and then I got tournaments I like to play, and then tournaments I like to cast, so my stream schedule's just like all over the place. So if you do want to keep up with the Bat, you're gonna have to either follow here or on Twitter, or if you don't want to keep up, that's fine, but that's kind of just a heads up for anyone that wants to check out the stream at later times. So anyway, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Take care. I'm gonna host somebody, and I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day. Maybe get some Priest action in, find some newfound love for Priest, and we can all riot together at Blizzard to tell them to make Priest a little bit stronger so we can all have some more fun with the class. Because it's one of my favorite classes in the game, for sure. It's just, it's really bad, man. It's real bad. Just, woof. Not even close. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Take care. I'm going to host Hafu, so hopefully you like her. She's probably the best female Hearthstone player out there, so, you know, you can't beat that if you like girls, which statistically a majority of you would like girls, just going off Twitch stats, and then, you know, if you like high-level Hearthstone play, which you're here, you came from Kaleno's stream, so probably, and she's probably one of the best girl players in the world, so check that out. Anyway, take care, guys. Shots at Eloise. No, I'm not taking shots at Eloise. Eloise, I said one of the best girl players in the world. Obviously, Eloise is also a very, very, very good girl Hearthstone player. And all the other ones that I don't know of. Anyway, take care, guys.